Hi, this is Keith with the Georgetown County School District, and today I'm going to show you real quick how to set up your education.weebly.com account so that you can have students creating websites. And I want to have you go first to education.weebly.com as shown on the screen, and you will sign in there. But now, a word of caution: if you already have a Weebly account and you use those credentials to sign in, it is going to ask you if you want to convert this to an education account. If you do, it will not go back to a regular Weebly account. So you might want to create a new email or a new username, which is what I have done here. So I've got my username. It'll tell you if it's available. I put in my password and the email for that. I accept the terms, and then I'm going to click sign up. And it's spinning and going off to my next site. Now it's going to ask me my name and school name, and I'm just going to put, I'll just put Georgetown, and school district, I'll put Georgetown, and the country, United States, South Carolina, and submit. And I'm not going to do any of that right now. I'm going to go ahead and set up a class. So the first thing it's going to do, I'm going to give it a class name. So I'm going to use a new one, my demo class site GCSD. And I'm going to select the grade. I'll just choose 7. And right now I'm going to make this private, and I'm going to choose a class password, and my class password is going to be my demo class, and you will want to make that a little bit better than what I did, but so the students don't guess it. But that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to click create a class. Then it's going to ask me if I want to start creating and adding some students. Now you can do this in different ways. You can add multiple students, or you can add a single student at a time. So I would suggest adding multiple students to keep them having to type over and over and over. So if I want to add multiple students, I'm going to use this spreadsheet. I'm going to click that spreadsheet, and it's going to show me what the spreadsheet should look like. So I'm going to click here and download one. Here it downloaded. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to pull it over here so you can see it. I'm going to take these names off of there, and then I'm just going to put in the names that I want to. Let's see, Angie Brown, and I'm going to give that person a, put in their GAT password, GAT 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know what anybody's is, so I'm going to put in Bob Brown, and then I'm going to do GAT 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'll put in Tom Smith, and I'll put in the G at, and that's just 3 names we have in our passwords right now. And I'm going to file, save as. I'll just save it onto this desktop right here, and I'm going to put my demo students, and I'm just going to come back over and actually put AAA in the beginning. That helps me find it a little quicker on my desktop. AAA my demo students passwords. Alright, I'm going to hit save. Now this one is weird. This CSV file is weird. It says some features in the workbook might be lost. I'm going to keep using this format, so I'm going to say yes. And then when I try to close it down, you watch it, it'll have me okay it several different times. Yes, save, yes, save, yes, I want to do that, and yes, I want to save, and then finally it'll go out. Alright, so now I am ready to close this particular part down, and I'm just going to get rid of these names that are over here. And so when I'm ready to do this, I'm going to choose my file, and let's see if I can make this work for us. There's my AAA demo students. Click. Give it a second to load. It's created the 3 accounts. And I'm going to close that window right there. So now if I click on, it's going to automatically have created an account username. But if I click on it, it will give you the GApp password, and then you're the person who can make the changes in that. Nobody else can. So that's what's really cool about that, is that you've got the control over these sites. And then when you want the students to log in, the students will go to this site, and it will just be students.weebly.com. Alright, so that's easy for them. Here's it. You can click either one of those. Students.weebly.com. And then right here is a place that I want to print the student list. Let's see if it will generate it for me. It's having a little trouble generating it right now. We'll come back to that and look at that again a little bit later. I'll hit refresh and see if it will do it for me at that point. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but I know sometimes it's a little delayed in doing the settings there. And I'm going to print my student list again, and there's the student list coming up now. So here's the three names, and when if I click in, I can just save this as a PDF, or I can go ahead and change the destination to a printer. If I do that, it's going to print these, and I would suggest making 2 copies, one for you and one for the students, that you could actually cut the slice in between these and hand them to the students so that they will know what their username, password, and actually the site that they go to every time. So when they are ready to then go to a site, they will be able to go in and create a website and work on a Weebly.com education website just by clicking and signing in here. And you will have control over all of those sites and be able to see them before they are published. But you'll be able to look at their work there and see what they're doing and seeing if they're meeting the rubrics for the assignment that you give them in creating a website. So this is how you set them up. Hope this has helped.